Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Central Junior High School here in East Peoria, Illinois. It's the last quarterfinal of the day here for the 7th grade Class 1A state tournament as we get ready to see the Vikings of Cambridge Junior High School taking on the Knights of Ottawa Marquette. Ottawa Marquette comes in with a record of 21-2. The Vikings come in undefeated here at 19-0 on the day. You're watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll get you ready for our final quarterfinal of the day. It's the Knights and the Vikings coming up from East Peoria Central. You're watching everything live on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
We welcome you back to Central Illinois Sports exclusive coverage of the 7th grade Class 1A state basketball tournament, watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Quincy, Hannibal, Pittsfield, and Liberty. See Damon Emmerich and his team for all of your loan and banking needs. You can visit their online loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank. It's the Vikings of Cambridge tipping off against the Knights of Ottawa Marquette here. Two very talented basketball teams to wrap up our quarterfinal round today. Let's tell you first about the Ottawa Marquette Knights. Jason Herman, their head coach, a record of 21-2 coming in here on the season. Their road to the state tournament, they defeat Marseille. Milton Pope 37-7, defeated Ottawa Wallace 33-11 to win their regional, and defeated St. Anne by a score of 49-30 to win their sectional championship and punch their ticket back here to the Elite Eight. This team averages 38 points a game while only giving up 20. You'll see guys like Tate Hopkins, Braden Herman, and Baron Hellman be the big three for this squad. They come in riding an 8-game winning streak out of the postseason, a team that really prides itself on defense and team basketball, also very aggressive on the rebounding side. So we'll see if they're able to win the rebounding battle. Usually if you can win the rebounding battle and keep those turnovers down, you're going to put yourself in a nice position to potentially come out here on top. 21-2, this team's only losses of the season. They lost to Oglesby, Washington, 41-22, and they also lost to Ottawa Marquette, not Ottawa Marquette, Oglesby, Washington again, 31-27. They have defeated Ottawa Marquette, they have defeated, as we'll get through it, it's been a long morning. They have defeated Mendota Holy Cross, who was a quarterfinalist and just lost in the opposite game before this, twice during the regular season. So they've at least got familiarity with one state tournament opponent here so far in the Elite Eight this year. We expect to see some guys like Tate Hopkins averaging 11 points a game to kind of take the lead here, one of the main ball handlers on this squad. And you'll also see guys like Braden Herman, a big inside presence for this team, and especially on rebounding and defense. He averages 10 a game for the Knights. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll tell you about the Vikings of Cambridge Junior High making their first ever state tournament appearance. We'll be back in a minute on Central Illinois Sports.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
We welcome you back here to IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament action, the 7th grade 1A state tournament here. We just told you about the Ottawa Marquette Knights. Now let's tell you a little bit about the Vikings from Cambridge Junior High School. They won their first ever regional this year, won their first ever sectional this year, and now have punched their first ever ticket to the Elite Eight. An exciting time for the kids from Cambridge. They come into this season with a record of 19-0. They have knocked down every opponent in their way. They defeated Galesburg Costa 60-15 in the regional semifinal round, defeated Kewanee Visitation 41-11 in the regional championship, and they defeated Peoria St. Jude 27-26 in the sectional championship. This team has the largest point differential of any team in the Elite Eight, over 30 points a game difference between what they score and what they give up defensively, and we'll be very eager to see how this team handles Ottawa Marquette. They have three very, very tall kids warming up here in the lineup today. You'll expect to see guys like Camden Gallio averaging 11.5 a game, Carson Hancock averaging 10.4, and Peyton Hayes averaging 8.7. This team totals up over 15 steals a game, exceptionally aggressive on the defensive side, and obviously that's what leads in part to that 30-point differential per game that they have excelled to get 19 wins here on the season. We expect to see a very fun basketball game. Winner goes on to play Augusta Southeastern in the 6:30 semifinal later on here tonight. We'll bring you both semifinals beginning at around 4:45 with the pregame show, as West Lincoln Broadwell will take on Siegel St. Michael's, who was an overtime winner, a score of 20-23. In a really fun and exciting matchup here at East Peoria Central. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's the Farm and Home starting lineups in our final quarterfinal of the day. It's the Vikings and the Knights. Don't go anywhere. You're watching it all live on Central Illinois Sports.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already, he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Welcome you back to the Farm and Home starting lineups from Power Tools, snow blowers, snow shovels, snow melt, everything you need, because, hey, it's winter. It's darned messy out there. Go to the guys at Farm and Home Supply for all of your needs. Let's meet the non-starters for the Ottawa Marquette Knights. Number 0, a 6th grade guard, is Noah Novotny. Number 12 is a 7th grade guard, number 12, Cash Biba. Number 31, a 6th grade guard, number 31, Griffin Novotny. Number 34, a 7th grade forward. Number 34 is Isaac Bullock. Number 43, a 7th grade forward, Mario Bernabe. And number 50, a 7th grade forward, number 50, William Biggins. And now for the starting five here today for the Ottawa Marquette Knights, who come in with a record of 21-2. Noah Novotny is one of the starters. We apologize. We had him in during the initial part. He's a 6th grade guard. Number 4, a 7th grade forward, is Baron Hellman. That's at guard, a 7th grader. Number 11 is Tate Hopkins. At forward, a 7th grader. Number 33 is Braden Herman. And rounding out the starting five in the middle, the big man, the 7th grade forward. Number 52 is Gerard Cooper. A very big lineup, a big man in the middle here for Ottawa Marquette, and Gerard Cooper. We'll expect to see him probably, hopefully, balance some of the height that the Cambridge guards have. So let's give you the starters, or the non-starters on the opposite side for the Cambridge Junior High Vikings. Travis Galley at the head, 19-0 on the season, undefeated in their first ever appearance here in the IESA State Tournament Series. Non-starters for the Vikings, number 3, a 7th grade guard, is Jaden Myers. A 7th grade guard, number 10 is Crew Robertson. Number 15, a 7th grade forward, is Dean Noren. Number 21, a 7th grade forward, is Aiden Wexel. Number 32, a 7th grade forward, is Braxton Keller. Number 40, the 7th grade forward, is Stone Johnson. And now the starting 5 for the Cambridge Junior High Vikings. At forward, a 7th grader, number 13, is Robert Sandberg. Number 14, a 7th grade forward, is Camden Golly. Number 24, a 7th grade guard, is Carson Hancock. Number 33, 7th grade forward, is Peyton Hayes. And rounding out the starting 5 is a 7th grade guard, number 42, Levi Hickson. 6 minutes goes on the clock for our final final quarterfinal of the day. The way we're stumbling through this, it should be the semifinals. We'll get ready to tip things off here from East Peoria Central Junior High School. Stepping into the circle for Cambridge in the home whites today, maroon numbers and letters and trim for the Vikings will be number 33, Peyton Hayes. On the opposite side for Ottawa Marquette in their road navy blues will be the big man, the 6th grader, number 52, Gerard Cooper. So glad you're joining us alongside. Settle in for our final quarterfinal of the day on Central Illinois Sports. Cambridge will win the tip. They'll come across and they'll meet a man-to-man defense from Ottawa Marquette to start things off here. They work the basketball now into the hands of Sandberg. Down into the corner, this is Peyton Hayes with it. They quickly dump it down, gets stolen away. Turnover from Cambridge to start things off. Pulling the basketball out will be the Ottawa Marquette Knights. They'll hand the basketball out. This is Tate Hopkins with it, driving down the right side. Tosses it down, back over to the right. That's Baron Hellman, drives in. Almost lost the basketball, but the Novotny comes back up with it and hands it off to Hopkins. Dives in, dishes it down into Cooper. Nowhere to go. Back out to the wing. Cooper wants it back. He is a big fella. Behind the back dribble from Hopkins. Drives in, tries to get it to Cooper. Cooper loses the handle on it, dives on the floor to keep it. He'll throw it away and turn it over. Stolen away by Carson Hancock. Cambridge with the basketball. Driving baseline is Hancock. Goes up, shot goes over the rim, no good. Rebound and a second chance for the Vikings is also no good as Hopkins gets the rebound. They try the long pass, it gets stolen away. Stolen out by Robert Sandberg. Here comes another opportunity for the Vikings. Throwing it down into the corner. Peyton Hayes almost lost it. They try to work it back in again to another player. That is Camden Golly. He loses it. And now we're going to get a tie-up and a jump ball. The alternating possession will go back to Ottawa Marquette. For Ottawa Marquette, their most challenging game of the year, according to Jason Herman, said it was against JFK of Spring Valley. Didn't really play their best defense of that night. They were able to kind of get back into it with a press and a better defense, and they won the game in overtime. He was proud of their efforts to try and get back into that one. Traveling violation against the Knights will give it back to Cambridge underneath their own basket. Inbounding here will be Peyton Hayes. We're 90 seconds into this one. They work the basketball now down into Hancock. Spins around, faces up to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Baron Hellman. Hopkins will push the tempo here for Marquette. Hesitates at the top of the key, down into the baseline. Shot on the way from Braden Herman. No, fakes, goes up with it now as Baron Hellman, and Hellman will go to the free throw line. Foul will go against Cambridge's Robert Sandberg. That'll be his first, team first of the contest. At the free throw line here is Baron Hellman. He'll knock down the first. Hellman averaging 8 points a game here for this Ottawa Marquette team. He's got the first point of the game, and Ottawa Marquette takes an early 1-0 lead. Eyeing up the second. Comes out of the left hand, off the back of the iron, no good. It's a rebound, fought for. Now the ball's on the ground, loose. Everybody's on the ground for it. And the officials will blow a whistle, and we'll do another jump ball. This one will go back to Cambridge with 4:13 left to go. The winner gets Augusta Southeastern, who shot the lights out here in the third quarter final of the day. With the basketball now is Hancock. Dribbling around, gets it back down on the baseline. Picks it up, needs to get rid of it. He finds Hayes. Hayes, three ball off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Noah Novotny. He'll slow things up here for the Knights with 3:52 left. He'll fire one up now from the right wing, no good. Shot comes down. Galley with the rebound. Hayes with the ball for Cambridge. Cambridge. First ever regional win, first ever sectional win, first ever appearance ever in the IESA series. Stolen away now. Here comes Hopkins with it. Hopkins goes up. Larceny and the layup is good for Tate Hopkins. And Ottawa Marquette has a 3-0 lead. Hopkins gets the larceny in the layup. We'll take the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout as you get one last look at Tate Hopkins with the steal in the bucket. Knights are up early in this one, 3-0.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Cambridge takes the timeout. It'll be their first of the contest with 3:26 left to go. Ottawa Marquette leads 3-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard as the Vikings get an opportunity to get their first points of the ball game. They work it down into the corner. That's Levi Hickson with it. Hickson coming down in the corner, gets caught, and he'll be fouled underneath as Novotny was trying to keep up with him. And Noah Novotny will be whistled for his first personal foul. His first of the ball game against Marquette comes with 3:16 left to go here in the first quarter. Long toss back out top of the key. Thinking about the three was Galley. Instead, he hands it back off to Hancock. They work it around. Peyton Hayes with the basketball. Now down over to Galley. They try to force it into Galley. He loses the basketball. Steal away from Marquette. Running on the run. Here comes the shot up from Hellman. It's good. Baron Hellman gets the 2 points on the turnover. Hellman's got 3. Ottawa Marquette has 5, and so far Cambridge has 0 as we get into the late parts of the first quarter. Top of the key now with the basketball is Peyton Hayes. Looks around and surveys the scene, and we get an off-ball foul as Novotny might get whistled again. He is trying to keep up with Levi Hickson and guarding him rather tight. For Novotny, that's going to be his team second against Marquette. Long 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Noah Novotny. Marquette trying to extend on this 5-0 lead early in the contest is now Hopkins with the basketball. Guarded out by Hancock. Drives in, they dish it back off. Hellman with it. Hellman goes up for another quick 2. It's a 7-0 lead. Hellman's got 5. Cambridge looking for answers early in this one. Hayes with the basketball. They dump it down into Hickson. Shot goes up and rolls around and good. Levi Hickson gets the Vikings on the board. It's a 7-2 ball game with 2:05 left to go in the first. Now we get full court pressure here from Cambridge. This is what they pride themselves on. We'll see how Marquette goes. They get right through the press and they quickly get it down to Hellman. A 9-2 advantage. Hellman now has 7 of the 9 points for Ottawa Marquette. With the basketball now out around the perimeter is Peyton Hayes. He'll take a few dribbles. They try to get it to Hayes inside. Hayes has touched it a lot around the arc, but doesn't look exceptionally comfortable with the basketball. Looks like he wants to be more inside. They get the basketball up to Hickson. Hickson will knock down another close shot. 9-4, as Hickson now has all 4 of the Vikings' points. Marquette trying to work through the press. Now they get it onto the left wing to Hopkins. He'll drive into the free throw line. Runner with the right hand up off the glass. No good. And now coming in was Gerard Cooper, and we'll get a jump ball as he gets tied up with Camden Galley. Possession error will favor Marquette with 1:14 left to go here in the first. We'll get a substitution for the Vikings. Their first of the contest. It's going to be Crew Robertson, a 7th grade guard wearing number 10. He'll sit down Peyton Hayes. Takes a little bit of the height out of the Cambridge lineup, but maybe he adds a little bit of speed in the backcourt. They get it out. 3 ball on the way from Hopkins. Rolls around the rim off the glass. No good. Cooper grabs the rebound and will get a foul on the ground as Sandberg had him all wrapped up. For Sandberg, it'll be his 2nd personal foul. Team 2nd of the quarter against Cambridge. Gerard Cooper is a big cat, and he is just a 6th grader. We've had a couple of really big guys here so far in the quarterfinal round today that we've seen. Working around was Braden Herman. He was able to draw contact, and he'll go to the free throw line. Will Braden Herman, as Cambridge gets the whistle. Foul's going to go against Galley. It'll be his first. Stepping to the line will be Braden Herman. 10 points a game. for Mr. Herman, and he knocks down a bucket there on the free throw, make it a 10-4 basketball game as Herman now picks up his first points of the contest. Jason Herman really enjoys the inside presence of Braden Herman, especially on the defensive side. Second free throw is up and no good. It's a loose ball now. Coming up with it is Galley. He'll drive in, goes up and in. Camden Galley gets his first points of the ball game. It is a 10-6 game here. Less than a minute to go left in the first. Marquette dribbling around the half-court line. They get it back over to Hopkins now. He'll reset the offense here for the Knights. Get the basketball, and they try to get the backdoor cut. It's stolen away, though, by Hickson. Here comes Cambridge. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Hancock with the basketball, works it back to the free throw line. Now they get it back out into the hands of Camden Galley, working around the perimeter. Galley at the free throw line, spins in, nothing there as he's double teamed. Dumps it down on the baseline to Levi Hickson. 10 seconds left to go here in this one. Back up top of the key, this is Sandberg. Back over, Hickson, three ball on the way is no good. Novotny will come down with the rebound. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. It's a shot at the buzzer by Cooper, but it's no good, and that's the end of our first quarter of play. It's Ottawa Marquette 10, Cambridge 6. We've got second quarter play-by-play coming up here in 60 seconds.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Ottawa Marquette leads Cambridge 10-6 after the first quarter here at East Peoria Central. Levi Hickson leads Cambridge with 4 points for the Vikings. On the opposite side for the Knights, Baron Hellman has 7 here in the early going. It's Cambridge basketball to begin the second quarter here. They'll work it around top of the key, now back to Hickson. Cambridge looking to get something going offensively here. Marquette has really done a really nice job on the defensive side here in the half-court set. 3 ball on the way from Hancock, doesn't find the mark. Rebound grabbed by Braden Herman. Herman will push the tempo here for Ottawa Marquette. Just underway if you're joining us here. 5:32 left to go in the second quarter. Ball tipped away from Hancock, recovered by the Knights. They work it down into the left side. This is Herman with it. Tosses it down to the big manager, Gerard Cooper. 3 ball from Noah Novotny is no good, and the rebound grabbed by Herman. He'll go up for a second chance shot. Gets fouled, hits the deck, and his teammates pick him back up as he'll head to the free throw line. Foul is going to go against Peyton Hayes. That's going to be his first, team first of the quarter, as we remind you, because I've got to remind myself at the end of every quarter, we reset the fouls. First shot is up and good for Braden Herman. Give him 2 points here in the afternoon. It's an 11-6 basketball game. Second one doesn't make the mark. Hayes will come down with the rebound. Working the basketball now. Shot up by Hancock was no good. Cooper grabbed the rebound for Marquette. Kicks it out now. Baron Hellman will get things set. Now it's a cross-court pass as they try to get through some extended pressure from the Vikings. Hellman working around the perimeter. Excuse me, not Hellman, Hopkins. Now they get it down into Noah Novotny. Picks it up on the right wing, needs to get rid of it, tosses it to the man twice his size and Gerard Cooper. Back up to the left elbow. This is Hellman with it. Nowhere to go. Slashing through is Novotny on the baseline. Hellman drives in, back out to Novotny. Long 2 ball, no good. And it's a loose ball. Chasing down for it is Braden Herman. He'll get it, and Marquette will get another opportunity here on the offensive side. With the basketball now on the left wing, Braden Herman drives in. Nice baseline move, goes up with the right hand, rolls around the rim and no good. He'll get the loose ball rebound. 3-ball on the way. Tate Hopkins shot no good. And Camden Galley will grab the rebound. He'll push the tempo here for the Vikings. Finds a lane, goes into the block, spin around move, up, shot, rolls around and good. Camden Galley gets a tough 2. It's an 11-8 basketball game for Galley now with 4. Hellman with the basketball, moves around, gets it back up to the left wing here to Herman, and the Knights will reset their offense. Novotny, one-handed pass over to Hopkins, drives in, nowhere to go. And we'll get a timeout taken by Ottawa Marquette. We'll take it too. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For the fastest internet speeds available up to 1 gigabit. That means you'll never buffer while watching us on Central Illinois Sports. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more about Adams Fiber. We're back in 30 seconds.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Ottawa Marquette takes the timeout. It's their first of the contest. They'll inbound the basketball under their own hoop with 3:23 left to go here. Hopkins in. Facing more man-to-man pressure here from Cambridge. Trying to dribble around the long extended hands of Camden Galley, and now he'll hand it off over to Braden Herman. Herman will drive into the lane, stops, nowhere to go, double teamed, has to get rid of it. Thankfully finds Tate Hopkins. Hopkins picks it up on the pick and roll. They get it down into Cooper. He loses the basketball, picked up, it's a steal for Cambridge. Hancock with the basketball. 2:52 left to go in the first half. They work it down into Peyton Hayes. He goes up against Cooper. One-handed shot. That is a tough shot and a great finish for Peyton Hayes. 11-10. Knights with the lead in the basketball. Novotny picks the basketball up, needs to hand it off, and he finds Hopkins, and now we'll get a foul off the ball, and that's going to go against Carson Hancock. Let's take another quick look at that last basket for Cambridge on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Peyton Hayes goes up against Gerard Cooper. Really nice one-handed finish. That is a nice shot and a nice finish for a junior high basketball player. Last foul goes against Carson Hancock. It'll be his first, team second of the quarter for Cambridge. And we're going to get another off-ball foul here. It's going to be a blocking foul, and quickly Cambridge has now whistled for 3 in the quarter. Foul will go against Crew Robertson. It'll be his first, team third. 2:22 left to go here in the first half. Cambridge 11, Ottawa Marquette 10. The winner gets Augusta Southeastern in the 6:30 semifinal. They get the basketball now down into Tate Hopkins. He'll take a few dribbles around. Works it around, now tries to toss it into the corner to Baron Hellman. It gets stolen away. Nice hustle play from Crew Robertson. It'll remain with Ottawa Marquette, but the Cambridge fans applaud the hustle efforts of Crew Robertson. Baron Hellman will inbound here for Marquette. Trying to find somebody. They'll get the bounce pass into Tate Hopkins, and the Knights will set up their offense. Novotny drives in on the pick and roll from Cooper. It gets stolen away as Cooper couldn't get the handle. Here comes Hancock with the basketball. Out of control layup. May have got some contact. No call, and will play on. Hellman with it. Gets it out now to Hopkins, who will dribble it up the court. Hopkins, runner from the free throw line, is no good. Loose ball rebound. Who's going to come up with it? It'll be the Knights as Hellman gets a rebound. Driving in now, Hopkins gets it into Cooper, and it just goes through the hands of the big sixth grader, and it'll go out of bounds. Cooper, a fantastic defender, especially on the inside ranks, but sometimes in the offense, the young man just hasn't got the handles quite yet, which is not uncommon for a big forward. Cambridge is going to turn the basketball over as Hancock gets caught on the out-of-bounds line as he touched it. It'll be another turnover against the Vikings here. Ottawa Marquette will take over with 1:27 left to go. Both teams came into this one touting their defense, and they've showed up to it so far. It's just 11-10 here late in the first half. With the basketball now over is Braden Herman on the left wing. Cooper flashing through, nothing there in the lane. They'll work it back up to Novotny. He'll wing it around to the right side. Hopkins with it. Crossover dribble, nothing there. Novotny takes back over. 1 minute left to go here in the first half. We'll tell you all about what's happened so far in the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Hopkins drives in again, gets tripped up, stolen away now as Robertson comes up with it. Camden Galley got his hands on it to strip it away from Cambridge. Peyton Hayes, one-hand runner, no good. Rebound comes down into Hickson. He tries throwing it back down into the hands of Galley. It goes out of bounds, and they say that's going to belong to Ottawa Marquette after the nice hustle play from the very excited Noah Novotny. Novotny, just a sixth grader, but he is an integral part here of this Ottawa Marquette offense. They'll get the basketball now down over to Tate Hopkins. 28 seconds left to go here in the first half. Cooper with the basketball far away from the hoop. His guy's flashing through the lane. He'll get it into Hellman. Hellman goes up with it, can't finish. Rebound grabbed by Camden Galley. 15 seconds left to go. What's Cambridge got up their sleeve to finish the first half? Galley with it. Crossover dribble, nothing there. Gets it now back over to Hancock. 7 seconds. Step back, thought about the three, nothing there. 4 seconds. They get it into Hickson. He'll fire one up from long range, and it's good. Levi Hickson knocks it down, and we've reached the halftime break as Cambridge grabs a 13-11 lead after the long three ball from Hickson. We'll take one more look at it on the Northwestern Mutual replay when we come back. It's the Little Jess Motors halftime show where Cambridge leads Ottawa Marquette 13-11. Don't go anywhere. You're watching it all on Central Illinois Sports.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1. I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
We welcome you back here on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess Motors, located in Quincy, Illinois. Visit them online at littlejessjeep.com. No matter where you're watching from, they can help you get the best deal on your next vehicle. If you happen to be in the Quincy area, you can go visit them in person at 3431 Main Street and tell them the guys from Central Illinois Sports sent you. We have reached halftime of our last quarterfinal of the day here in the 7th grade Class 1A state tournament as Cambridge leads Ottawa Marquette 13-11 after a long three-point basket at the buzzer by Levi Hickson. He leads Cambridge with 7 points. On the opposite side, Camden Galley has 4, and we are missing a basket somewhere on the other side for Cambridge. We'll go down to the scores table and check that out and make sure we've got all the points available. On the opposite side for Ottawa Marquette, Barron Hellman has 7, Tate Hopkins has 2, and Braden Herman has 2. That rounds out their 11 points of scoring here in the first half. Two teams that come in touting very tough defenses, and they've showed that off here in the first half. A lot of steals, a lot of hands in the passing lane, and just making things difficult for each other here. Points have not come easy in this one here today. Barron Hellman had a nice first half, got 7 points early on to help pace the Knights. But Cambridge has come back with a flurry here, and they've taken a lead at halftime. They lead 13-11. We'll step aside for some more wonderful messages from our sponsors that help bring us sports all season long on Central Illinois Sports. When we come back, we'll tell you more about what's coming up later tonight and what you get coming up next weekend as well with your membership here to Central Illinois Sports. Don't go anywhere. We're live from the East Peoria.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Welcome you back here to the Little Jess Motors halftime show live from the 7th grade Class 1A state tournament here in Central Junior High School in East Peoria, Illinois. We want to remind you we'll be back on air at 5 o'clock for semifinal action. It'll be West Lincoln Broadwell taking on Siegel St. Michael's. That's coming up at 5 o'clock. Augusta Southeastern will face the winner of this matchup coming up at 6:30. Winners from those two games will come back here at 7 o'clock, or 7:30, excuse me, next Thursday for the state championship. Losers of the semifinal contest will play for the third place contest coming up at 6 o'clock then. We'll also carry both of those games for you. And if you're new here to us at Central Illinois Sports, don't worry. You've already paid your membership. You're already good to go to watch those games and Thursday's games. We also remind you we have access already to the 8th grade tournament next weekend, and you've got access to all 4 classes. We've got crews at all sites here at East Peoria, Macon Meridian, El Paso Gridley, and Normal Kingsley. From 1A to 4A, we've got the entire state tournament series locked down here on Central Illinois Sports. We'll also be bringing you junior high girls state volleyball coming up in March. We'll have the 7th and 8th grade tournaments coming up in early March, and that'll be part of our broadcast partnership here with the IESA. A fun one here so far is the Cambridge Vikings in their first ever trip to the IESA state tournament series leads Ottawa Marquette 13-11. We'll step aside for a couple of minutes. When we come back, it's second half action here from East Peoria. Don't go anywhere. You're watching junior high state tournament action on Central Illinois Sports.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Welcome you back here to Central Junior High School in East Peoria, Illinois. For exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament as Cambridge leads Ottawa Marquette 13-11. We're just getting ready to kick off the second half here. As we do that again, we'll remind you we'll be back here just around 5 o'clock for semifinal action. And, of course, we remind you all the time, stop by Dick's Sporting Goods for a 20% off coupon. Visit IESA.org now. That coupon good for February 16th to 18th only at your local Dick's Sporting Goods. And remember, every season starts at Dick's. It's starting fives for both sides here to begin the second quarter. Or second half, excuse me. Ottawa Marquette will get the basketball. Hopkins with it, trying to dribble around the much taller Peyton Hayes. Kicks the basketball. Novotny, nice ball fake. Works it back out around the perimeter. Braden Herman with it. Drives in, nothing there. He'll dish it back off to Baron Hellman. Hellman goes up with it. He gets an early basket in the second half. He's got 9, and we're tied 13-13. Baron Hellman, a nice basketball player, really able to finish well inside the block. That's sometimes a shot where junior high kids get a little too worried that they're going to get blocked or they're going to get contact. He seems very confident about going up with it. Hayes 3 balls up and no good on the answer try for Cambridge. Ottawa Marquette dumps it down into Cooper. Goes up with it high off the glass. His shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Levi Hickson. Hancock with the basketball for Cambridge. Spin move in the block. Nothing there. He runs right into the brick wall. It was Cooper. Now it's going to be Hellman with it. Hellman coast to coast. He'll get the quick deuce. And Cambridge wants the timeout. Hellman's got 11. Marquette takes the 15-13 lead. Let's show you that last basket real quick on the Northwestern Mutual replay as we head to the Adams Fiber timeout. For the best Wi-Fi experience and get 1 gigabit speeds, visit followthefiber.net. It's junior high state tournament action at Central Illinois Sports.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Cambridge took the timeout. That's going to be their second of the basketball game. They now trail by 2 after 4 quick points here from Ottawa Marquette to start the second half. Knights will pull off the full court pressure here as Cambridge will get it across the time stripe. It's Hickson now, back over to Galley. They work the basketball to Hancock, who will take a few dribbles. Now over to Peyton Hayes. They get it back to Hayes. Volleyed up against Cooper. Spin move goes under. Nice shot. Not able to finish though, but Galley is on the tip in. Camden Galley able to get the answer, and we're tied back up at 15. Camden Galley now has 6 to go along with Hickson's 7, and now we've got a traveling violation as Hopkins not able to get things done. We'll take a quick look at that tip-in basket from Galley here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. We get you back to live action now. Hancock with the basketball, dribbling, gets it down to Hayes in the corner. Nice give and go back to Hancock. Loses the basketball, goes back up with it. He'll get the finish. Hancock gets his first 2 of the basketball game, and Cambridge takes the lead back. It's 17-15, 4:14 left to go here in the third. Hopkins driving around, got some contact from Hancock, nothing there. 3 ball on the way from Novotny. He got tripped up and he's hurt. No call as we play on, and Noah Novotny is injured. He's going to have to come out. He got tripped up there coming down on that shot. Got up, and we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Noah Novotny able to make his way off the floor under his own power. He'll have to come out, though, after the officials whistle to stop play. And that's going to bring in Mario Bernabe, 7th grade forward, number 43 on the roster here. He sees his first action in the state tournament today. Hayes with the basketball as Cambridge looking to extend a 17-15 lead. They get into Hayes. He tries to quickly pass it down underhand to Hickson. Gets tipped out of bounds by Marquette, and it'll go out of bounds. Hayes will inbound. It's a stack formation for the Vikings here to try and get this one in with 3:49 left to go. Hancock, nice move behind the back. Nothing there as he gets double teamed in the short corner. Now they get it back to him on a nice pass from Hayes. Loses it, tries to go up with it. Gets his own miss. Goes up again in triple coverage, gets blocked again. Hellman with the rebound for Marquette. With the basketball is Hopkins. It's almost going to be a 5-second violation, and instead the Knights have to begrudgingly burn a timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout for the best local computer sales and service. Adams Experts is your go-to. Give them a follow at followthefiber.net to learn more. We're back in 30 seconds.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Kroc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to. But I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Ottawa Marquette calls their second time out of the contest. Each team has 3 times to stop the game here remaining. As Ottawa Marquette tries to tie or take the lead here with 3:24 left to go in the third. It's a long one-handed pass. They try to get it down into a streaking Braden Herman, but it goes over his head and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover against the Knights. Officials making sure no time went off the clock, and they'll move the inbounds pass back to where it came from. Hayes with the basketball. As they work it now down into the corner. Hayes comes back up with it on the left wing. Cambridge made their way with an exciting win over St. Jude. As Travis Galley said, it was one of the most challenging games they'd had all season in their 19 wins, and it was just a 2-point win over St. Jude to make their way into the sectional. A game he said could have went either way. And thankfully for the Cambridge fans, it went the way of the Vikings. A jump ball will give possession to Cambridge out of bounds here as Noah Novotny will come back in and Bernabe will take a seat. High inbounds pass. They get it now quickly down into the hands of Hickson. Hayes with it. Posted up against Cooper. 3 ball on the way. Spotted up. No good. Hayes will get the rebound, and he'll put it back in. Peyton Hayes has 4 points in the afternoon, and Cambridge now has a 19-15 advantage. Novotny with it. Hands it off now back to Hopkins. 1-4 set here for the Knights. Hopkins with it. As now Herman streaks over to the left corner. Hopkins in. Novotny. 3-ball on the way is off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Hancock. 2:09 left to go here in the third. Hancock with a few extra dribbles now hands it off in the corner now to Sandberg. Hickson with the basketball, now back over to Hancock. A couple of extra dribbles. Picks it up at the volleyball line. They work it into Hayes, who has really started to come along here in the second half. Driving in is Hancock. Goes up with the right hand as the finish, and he goes up and under Gerard Cooper. It's a 21-15 basketball game. Cambridge starting to find some things here going in the third quarter. They now lead by 6. Herman with the basketball, drives up in. He'll get fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. We'll take a quick look at that last basket for the Vikings on the other side on our Northwestern Mutual replay. A nice take there by Hancock. The last foul goes to Peyton Hayes. It'll be his second. And at the free throw line will be number 33, Braden Herman. First one is up and no good for Herman. The winner gets Augusta Southeastern coming up here, the 6:30 semifinal. West Lincoln Broadwell and Siegel St. Michael's will be our first one at 5. Old may have a free throw lane violation, and they say it will, as they say Hayes stepped over early. So the shot is no good from Herman, but he's going to get a second opportunity here. Sometimes you just get a little bit too eager, and you get over that line just a little bit too early. Third shot on the way, out of the hands of Braden Herman. Goes up, rolls around the rim, misses all three. Rebound comes down to Galley. Hancock with the basketball, works it out to Sandberg. Top of the key now. They work it over on the left wing now to Hayes. Hayes tries to dump it down. It's stolen away by Herman. Just a little bit too headstrong on that pass as Galley wasn't in a position to receive it. 1:10 left to go here in the third. Cambridge is up by 6. Herman slashed through, might have had an opportunity there, didn't find him. Instead, they get it up and in. They find Hellman instead. Hellman's got 13 points now in the afternoon. It's a 21-17 basketball game. Less than a minute to go here in the third. Hickson looking and surveying the scene, now hands it back off into Sandberg. Hayes thought about the long jumper, passed up on it, tosses it back over to the left side, a little bit out of control on that pass, and able to chase it down was Hancock. 36 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Hayes with it on the left wing, now gives it back to Hickson. Looking inside, they get it back to Hayes, trying to spin up around Cooper. Right-handed shot, no good. Rebound comes down from Hickson. He can't finish either, and grabbing the rebound is Barron Hellman. 20 seconds left to go here in the third. It'll be Marquette basketball here to start the fourth. They get it back on a nice dish down, nice play to find Hellman again. He's got 15. 21-19. 7 seconds left to go. With the basketball is Hancock. Fires up a three. It's going to be no good. Tip in at the buzzer is no good from Galley, and we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. It's 21-19 Cambridge as we get a last look on the basket for Marquette. They'll get the basketball to start the fourth when we come back in 60 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
See Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Welcome you back to East Peoria Central Junior High School. It's a 21-19 lead for Cambridge as we start the fourth. For Cambridge, Levi Hickson has 7. Camden Galley has 6 to pace their scoring efforts. On the opposite side for Ottawa Marquette, Barron Hellman has 15 of the 19. The Knights have got to find another scoring option outside of number 4. This is the man with all the points tonight for Marquette. Dishes it off now back to Herman. Herman has 2 on the day, all on free throws. Hellman with the basketball, drives baseline. Behind the back dribble to get rid of it. Now finds Hellman in the corner. No, excuse me, that is Herman. His shot's no good. They toss it back up quickly to Hickson, or to Hancock. Now he gets it down into Robertson. He gets hammered, and Robertson will go to the free throw line as Cambridge able to get past the pressure and find an opportunity to score. First free throw from Robert Sandberg is up and no good. Last foul was whistled to Herman. That's going to be his first of the game. Second one up, also no good. Herman fights for the rebound and grabs it. Here comes Marquette. They trail now by 2. Gerard Cooper, the big man with the basketball on the right wing, tries to get it in, now gets it into Hellman. Kick back out. 3 ball on the way from Tate Hopkins is good. Hopkins fires one up from long range. He's got 5 on the afternoon. It is now a 22-21 game as the Knights have regained the lead here early in the fourth. We've already had one overtime game today. This one kind of smells like this might be the second. Hayes goes up with a tough take for Peyton Hayes. 23-22. Hayes now has 6. And it's going to be shots like the one from Tate Hopkins if Marquette's going to pull this out, as they've got to find some extra scoring options here. And that's not a bad way to start things. Hopkins with the basketball again, works it back over now to Herman on the left wing. Slashing through is Cooper. Cooper goes up with a big man, can't finish, grabs his own miss. Kicks it back out now to Hopkins. Drives in, has to pick it up within the arc, kicks it back out to Novotny. Nice little give and go here for Marquette. Driving in is Hopkins, goes up with the runner, no good. Rebound grab now by Sandberg. Hancock thought about the 3, pulls up away, and now gives it back to Hayes. Peyton Hayes took a couple of quarters to get warmed up here, but he has been a real nice spark plug for Cambridge in the second half. Playing with much more confidence than he did in the first quarter. Hayes, spin move at the elbow, now dishes it back off to Hickson. They dump it down into Hancock. He's double teamed, splits through, goes up with it, and he's going to get fouled. Hancock will go to the free throw line, and we'll see who gets whistled for the foul here. It's going to go against Tate Hopkins. For Hopkins, it'll be his first of the contest, second of the quarter against the Knights. Hancock goes to the free throw line. He's got a couple of baskets here on the day. Now give him 5 as he's already knocked down 2 scores. 24-22 our basketball game here. 3:43 left to go on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Second shot up. Knock him down, 2 for 2. 25-22. Hancock now has 6. Full court pressure from Vikings. They get the turnover. And now it gets turned over right back on a steal from Braden Herman. 3:33 left to go in this one. Hopkins drives in, picks it up. Now dumps it down to the baseline to Hellman. He drives in, gets caught at the block, has to get rid of it. Novotny spotted up in the right corner. He'll fire one up if he gets the basketball. Instead, it's a turnover as they tried to get it into Hellman, and Sandberg comes up with another great play. Sandberg will not show up in the scoring column right now, but he has done some nice things defensively for this team that go unnoticed. Hancock with the basketball, takes a couple of dribbles, drives it down in, and Galley's going to get hammered as he was trying to catch on the pick and roll. And it's going to be out of bounds for the Vikings. Foul will go against Gerard Cooper. It's going to be his first, team third against Marquette here in the quarter. When we reach 5 fouls, you go to the free throw line, shooting 2 each time. Hayes with the basketball, just inside the arc, fires up a long one. He'll miss. Cooper will grab the rebound for the Knights. Marquette in a dogfight here against Cambridge. They've been in these situations before, came out on top. It wasn't easy, but they did it in OT against JFK of Spring Valley. Cooper goes up. He can't finish, but the big fella will head to the free throw line, trying to get some points on the board today. Foul will go against Carson Hancock. It's his second, team first of the quarter for Cambridge. Gerard Cooper steps to the free throw line, the big 6th grade center. First free throw is up, goes off the back of the iron, no good. Cooper has been scoreless here today, but he is just a presence on the floor. He is a large young man, long arms, able to really dictate the pace in on the defensive side on the inside for Marquette. Second free throw is up. That one doesn't fall either. Galley tries to get it. It's going to get tipped out of bounds, and they say they go out of bounds off of Cambridge. It will remain Marquette basketball here with 2:29 to go. The Knights trail by 3, trying to punch a ticket to play Augusta Southeastern in the semifinals later tonight. Hellman thought about the 3. Instead, he passes up on it. Now they get it back to Hopkins. 2:18 left to go in this one. They get it back out to Novotny, now quickly back out to Tate Hopkins. He'll get the pick from Cooper, steps away, gets the separation, 3 ball is no good. Galley will come down with the rebound for the Vikings. 2 minutes left to go. Cambridge trying to extend a 3-point lead. Galley with the basketball, tried the pass inside, nothing was there, held on to it, and now gives it to Hayes. Hayes will take a dribble. Jason Herman urging some defensive pressure. Flying in and going underneath is Camden Galley. He's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Cooper will get whistled for his second foul. It's going to be the 4th against Ottawa Marquette. And Jason Herman wants the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. We'll take it too. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 60 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
GSI Grain Bins. Maximize your profitability. From the initial site to developing your custom grain storage plan to the completion of the project. Mixer Lumber Company. We will be with you every step of the way. Mixer Lumber Company, your trusted GSI grain bin dealer.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
The Knights take their 3rd timeout of the game. Just over 90 seconds left in this one. In our last quarterfinal of the day here, this has been a fun morning and afternoon of basketball at East Peoria Central Junior High School. Camden Galley steps to the free throw line. He's got 6 points on the afternoon, looking to extend this lead for the Vikings. First one is up as it's gotten eerily quiet in this gym, and he misses the first one. Several St. Michael's fans still here in attendance. Several Southeastern fans still here in attendance watching this one. Second one up. Also misses the mark. Rebound grabbed by Herman. Here come the Knights. Hopkins with the basketball, kicks it down to Novotny. Thought about the 3. He'll whip it out back instead. Knights will set up an offensive set. They've got some time to play with here. Only trailing by 3. Cooper with the basketball. Instead, he sees the options and gives it back to the guard in Hopkins. Hellman with it. Tries to dump it down into Cooper. Gets triple teamed, and now they kick it back out. 1:08 left to go. On the drive is Hopkins. Hopkins goes up. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line, as we'll take a quick look at it on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Hopkins has had a nice afternoon handling the ball here for Ottawa Marquette as he gets fouled and goes to the free throw line. The foul will go against Hancock. It'll be his third. First free throw is up and good for Tate Hopkins. He's got 6. It's a 25-23 game, and it's another Adams Fiber timeout. Don't go anywhere. We're right back here in 60 seconds.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Welcome you back here on Central Illinois Sports production of the IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament. Cambridge took the timeout. Their third of the contest. Low scoring affair here for both teams, just 25-23. Lowest scoring output of the season for Ottawa Marquette came at the hands of Oglesby Washington, where they only scored 22 and 27 points respectively in those two losses. Their only two losses of the season. Second one comes up out of the hands of Hopkins. It's no good. Rebounded by Cambridge, and now we're going to get a foul in the backcourt against Braden Herman. It'll be Herman's second. 5th of the quarter against Marquette, and we'll head to the opposite side for free throws. On the opposite side, for Cambridge and their 19 wins, their lowest scoring output of the season was 27 points back in the sectional. That's just the last game of the season that they played. First free throw is up and no good for Camden Galley. Again, Cambridge came in with the highest point differential of any team of points scored versus points given up on the defensive side of nearly 33. Second one is no good. It's a fight for the rebound, and they say that's going to go off the hands of Cambridge, as Sandberg was the last one to touch it. One minute left to go here in regulation. It's a 2-point basketball game. Knights trail, but they've got the ball. Hopkins gets it across the time stripe, now gets it over to Novotny. Hellman has been the hot man for Marquette all night. He's got 15, and now we're going to get a foul. Or is it going to be it's going to be a foul against Cambridge. It's going to go against Hickson. So it's Hickson's first. Team third of the quarter. Are we taking a timeout or are we not? The officials don't know. Now we'll get the signal. Now we get the official timeout. We'll take a quick one too. Don't go anywhere. We've got the finish of this one coming up real quick on Central Illinois Sports.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
We come back after the Adams Fiber timeout. Looks like 2 timeouts left for Cambridge, just 1 left now in the books for Ottawa Marquette as they take their 4th of the basketball game. 46.3 seconds left to go. Cambridge is in bonus for the remainder of the contest, however long that may be. Cambridge still has a foul to give before they put Marquette into the bonus. Baron Hellman has 15 to lead Marquette. On the opposite side, a very balanced scoring attack for the Vikings. Camden Galley has 6. Hancock has 6, Hayes has 6, Hickson has 7. Knights will look to inbound here. They try to get it down into the post, nothing there, and they'll get the release foul. That was Tate Hopkins. Takes a dribble, now they get it off, and they said that's going to be a traveling violation, as he may have drugged that foot just a little bit too early. Knights will apply full court pressure here as they get Hancock in the backcourt. Foul is going to go against Tate Hopkins. That'll be his second of the basketball game, and wandering down to the opposite side for free throws is going to be Carson Hancock. 6 points in the afternoon for Carson Hancock. A couple of free throws already made here this afternoon. Just 40 seconds left to go here in the last quarterfinal of the day. Silence over the gym as Hancock's first free throw goes in and out of the rim. It's no good. We remind you that we'll be back at 5 o'clock for semifinal action. We hope you join us too. Second one. Up off the front of the rim is no good. It's a loose ball again, now grabbed by Baron Hellman. Hellman on the run. 36 seconds left. Novotny wants the basketball way over on the opposite corner. They get it to Hopkins. He drives in, kicks it out. Novotny spots up for the three. The little man makes the biggest shot of the game so far as Noah Novotny knocks it down for three. It's 26-25 with 24 seconds left to go. Let's take a look at that last shot by Novotny on the Northwestern Mutual replay. He wanted it early, gets spotted up in the corner, fires it up, knocks it down. We're going to stay here after the timeout. It's 24.6 seconds left to go. Ottawa Marquette leads 26-25 on a heck of a shot by Noah Novotny, the smallest kid on the court here today. Comes up with the biggest play so far in this basketball game. For Novotny, just his first points of the afternoon here today. That's his first three. We told you other guys had to step up here for the Knights, and they have, as Tate Hopkins has knocked down a big triple along with Noah Novotny to keep the Knights here in this one. Cambridge will have the ball coming out of the timeout. They have one timeout remaining now as well. If we reach overtime, each team will get one additional timeout. Fouls will stay where they are if we make it into overtime. We've already had one game go into extra minutes today. This one definitely feels like it could be the second. If you're just joining us, we welcome you live on Central Illinois Sports for exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys Basketball State Tournament. Peyton Hayes will inbound. Let's see what the Vikings have up their sleeve here. He has the option to run the baseline as all the cheerleaders make a step back toward the mat. They get it quickly now into Galley. He'll push the tempo up, gets met by Hopkins, stolen away by Hopkins. Hopkins with the larceny, with the layup, and it's good. Tate Hopkins with a steal and a bucket. He's got 8, and now it's quickly a three-point advantage. Somebody's got to fire one off. Shot from Hancock, no good. Cooper comes up with a rebound, and he'll get fouled from behind. Hopkins with the steal and the layup as we take a quick look at it here. On the Northwestern Mutual replay, you see the larceny, the layup, and he gets the foul. A big play out of the hands of Tate Hopkins. Give him 8 on the day. And now the turnover makes things really tough here for Cambridge. They'll take their last time out of the game. We'll stay right here. 4.8 seconds left to go in this one. Ottawa Marquette, who trailed by 6 here in the second half, now has a 3-point lead in the waning seconds of this one. We'll wrap this up with the Blessing Health System postgame show and take a little bit of a break. It's been a long afternoon here so far, but a rather fun one at East Peoria Central. Resetting some foul situations for you here. No one really in foul trouble. Carson Hancock, the only kid with Cambridge with 3. No one on the Marquette roster has more than 2 here today. And that's Novotny, Hopkins, Herman, and Cooper. Marquette needs to get the basketball in. Cambridge is going to try to foul as quickly as they can. Cambridge is also out of timeouts. Hellman will inbound. It's going to be a long throw. They get it down. It's tripped away. Now picked up by Herman. And they're going to dribble the clock out. They're going to get fouled here real quick on this one. And that's going to be an intentional foul, the officials whistle. As Carson Hancock came in just a little bit too headstrong. He goes over and gives Herman a little tap and says, didn't really mean it. But Herman will pick up the foul. That's going to be an intentional whistle against him. It'll be his 4th. Don't know if it was that intentional, but not really a true play to go on the ball. And now stepping to the free throw line will be Braden Herman to ice this one away here from Marquette. Just 0.6 of a second left. Marquette will get the basketball also here after the intentional foul. First one up is good. 29-25 as Herman gets it. Give him 3 points on the day. All of them have been at the free throw line. Misses the second. Marquette will get the basketball here. They just need to inbounds. Not really a lot Cambridge can do other than just steal it and throw it up almost immediately. Hellman will inbound. He tosses it back into the backcourt, and that will wrap it up. Ottawa Marquette rallies from a 6-point deficit here in the fourth to claim a 4-point win in the quarterfinal. They'll advance on to play Augusta Southeastern coming up in our 6:30 semifinal. Cambridge's dream season ends at 19-1. This team claims their first ever regional and sectional trophies in IHSA history, but their road stops today in the state quarterfinals. We've reached the Blessing Health System postgame show. We'll come back with final scoring and a breakdown of this one, and we'll get you set for semifinal action. You're watching the IESA Boys Basketball State Championships live on Central Illinois Sports.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah. What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.